Alright guys, so today is the second video in the series of Roulette palettes. So today we're using the Juvia's Place by Nubian 2 palette to create this look. So I hope you guys will stick around to see how I got this look using this palette. This is palette number 2 and I can only use 4 shadows to create this look. And so I hope you guys enjoy that. The look is so this is the second palette that we're going to be using in this Roulette type of get ready with me. And here's what all of these colors look like. This is also another palette that I have not featured on my channel yet, so I'm excited to try this one out. There's only 4 mattes in here, and all the mattes in here are extremely pigmented, so it's going to be a struggle to try to get one of the mattes to use as a transition, but we're gonna go with it and see how that works. So like always, we're gonna go ahead and throw on the Ulta eyeshadow primer in nude. Since I don't have a setting color in the palette, I'm just gonna take my Stay Matte setting powder and set my eye with that. So I'm not too sure what I'm gonna be using as far as the colors go yet. Let's go ahead and go in with this lighter of the browns for the first color as a transition. I am going to be using my Morphe M518 brush today. I'm just going to slightly dip that in the color there. It's going to be very dark, so I'm just going to use a light hand. I'm going to hold my brush all the way at the end of the brush, that way I get the lightest application I can. Just like that, so it's not too dark. And then the excess that's there, I'm just going to go ahead and just pop it up top here and just kind of smooth that out. That way it gives me kind of a little bit of a lighter color up there. I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush, and we're going to go into the next color. This one here, it's another matte. It's a very dark matte, but that's what we're going to use next. I'm just grabbing just a little bit of that on the brush, not too much, but on the tip of the brush. Then I'm going to go ahead and go right here in the crease and bring it down a little bit, and then start circling in it. I'm still using the end of the brush so that I get the lightest application as possible. And then when I get all the product that I want on my eye here, then I'll go ahead and start going in a little bit closer and getting more product there, and then swooping it in to the center of the eye in the crease. Next, I'm going to go ahead and still use the same brush that I've been using. We're going to go right into this purple here. I think I'm going to switch brushes here real quick. I'm going to be going to my Bodyography brush, the shader brush, flat shader brush, and I'm going to take the purple on that. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and start carving out the outer V. This is the third color in the palette that we're using. We've got one more that we can use. Take it along the lash line too. And bring it right into the center of the eye. I'm just grabbing a little bit of the product at a time so that I can build it up, because I don't want it to be too intense at first. So I'm just packing it in there, just grabbing as I need it to build up that color. I think that's about where we want it to be. Then I'm going to go back into the Morphe M518, pick up some more of the lighter brown that we started off with. Very light. And I'm just going to swoop it here up top, back and forth, using the very tip of my brush just to hold the brush. So that I'm just, again, getting a very light application of that color. I have the hardest time getting both eyes to match. It's so frustrating. All we're doing with this color is just kind of buffing out those lines a little bit. I hope you guys can see that, so that there's no like harsh lines. You can't see where one ends and one begins. That's all we're trying to do here. Now we're going to go on to the fourth and final color. I'm not sure if I want to use this one or this one, or maybe this one. So, okay, so here are our 3 choices. God darn it, I wish I could use more than one. I think I'm going to go in with the lighter one, this middle one here, because I can only use one, and I just, annoyed. I'm annoyed that I can only just use one. But okay, we're just going to use one. So I'm just going to grab a lot of that product here on my brush. I'm going to start here in the corner. Just patting it and working my way in an angle upwards. Going back into my Morphe M518, I'm going back into that purple color that we used at the very end to darken up the outer V. I'm going to just take that and just kind of start buffing it into that area and bringing it into the center here. Mostly tapping and buffing. So I'm laying down product first by tapping it, and then I'll buff out the rest of it here into the center of the eye, into the inner corner of the eye there, up top in the crease. I'm going to take my Bodyography flat shader brush. I'm going to go into that dark brown, the darker brown that we used at the beginning here, this one here, and I'm going to darken up the outer V with that. So I'm going to grab a lot of that, just like that, and just kind of start placing that there too. Just tapping it on there. I'm going to take my finger and grab some of that lighter color that we used earlier and just really pack that in there. Sometimes using your finger is the best way to go. Those are all of the 4 colors that I could use. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my face on. I'll do some eyeliner, some lashes, or some mascara. We'll see. I'll do my brows and I'll put some foundation. Just so you know, I always clean up the bottom here, and then I'm going to be using this color here and this color here for the bottom lash line. Just I forgot to say that in my last video, but I will be using those colors for the bottom lash line, and most likely the lighter of the brown. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me using the Juvia Place Juvia's Place, the Nubian #2. This again is the second video in the roulette that's on Sherri Ward's Facebook forum, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I always leave all the information down in the description if you're interested and want to join this shadow get ready with me type of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions about this particular palette, and I will talk to you guys sometime next week. Bye!